goodness gracious me. But yeah, now we got a match for the #1 spot in their group to make it into the playoffs. It is Serenity versus Farmers. Barrio, talk to me about this matchup.
Yeah, no, this is a great matchup. I looked over both rosters. Obviously, Serenity has been a historic org in the VCS, and they're sort of rocking some new members on their roster, formerly of Lemonade Stand, and this team made it to the grand finals last week. They actually made it. They dropped 0-2. A little bit of a bummer for them, but they're coming back with vengeance, I'm sure. And this is, like you said, for the #1 spot in their group. So Farmer's probably going to be just on point as well. So we're going to see a really good match here. And, you know, always the group stages are good matches, it seems like. And this is definitely not going to be an exception to that rule. So I'm excited for this. And we didn't actually get a look at that agent select. So once we get in here, we'll go over that. As we are taking a quick look. And, oh, do you see what Trick is running? We've got a Sage on the side of Farmers.
Big fan. Big fan.
Big fan.
It's maybe a little bit controversial because people don't feel that the Sage is worthy all the time. But honestly, with walls in these maps, they're just so good. And Farmers are definitely prepared for the defense.
Right into this round here. Oh, man.
Oh, okay. I may have caster cursed that a little bit. I'm sorry about that. But with that being said, though, it's still 45 and very doable. They are going to take down the door. The smoke still exists, but through the smokes as well, Sim will find Tasuya, and RA Serenity is looking mighty clean on this. Gang member does at least find one, and the shock dart gets Sim, but the spike will be planted, and now it is a 2v2, and this looks a little bit more of a realistic take back, potentially from the Farmers.
Yes. Yeah, we see what the Farmers can do here. Is
No!
Medusa already falls for them, and this is a 2v1. Is Gang member gonna be able to do it?
Can they harvest a clutch? Well,
we're gonna make so many farming jokes here.
It's so low-hanging fruit, man. I can't avoid it. And they can't avoid being shot down as a 2v1. It's just hard as the good coordination comes in from Serenity. And that will be the pistol round over on in their favor.
Yep, that's the first pistol round, and really great stuff from Serenity. Also like to see a lot of frags coming out from Farmers. And if production could get rid of that notepad for us real quick, so we can take a quick look over these abilities. Yeah, and we didn't get to talk about it too much, but the Sage Wall did not work out. Sort of got shot through, and Trick fell. So a little bit of a caster curse, but you know, it happens to the best of us.
It's true, but Trick, I believe in them. They could come back. As a Sage main myself, I'm with you, homie. I'm with you all the way. Just hang tough. But either way, at the moment, Trick is going to try to do it. They did blind Raze. I think that might have accidentally been their teammate, but either way, they're still rushing onto site and still getting the frags that they need to secure it. They check the CT, nice duel one, and before they could even plant the spike, they'll win the round. A clean round overall from Serenity, but not surprising given that Farmers was safe.
Yeah, not surprising. I think you're right. Justinova was actually blinded by his teammate, and that's why he fell there.
It's mood.
It happens.
Yeah. I mean, you know, with the breach, heaven forbid, you know, you got a million flashes. It's going to happen. So
yeah.
Why not with the Omen too?
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, that's crazy that a teammate would blind his team. That would never happen. But sometimes it happens here in the VCS as we are into round 3, and like you said, that was just a save. So now that the guns are coming out from Farmers, are they going to be able to make a stand here and not drop another round?
Do they have the insurance? Some other farm named company. Find out. These gun rounds are going to be coming. Can they get the first frag? No! The crouch from Sim to get gang member. And that's already mid given over to the attacker side. Maybe Paranoid can get somebody. They will be able to trade it out. A little scary at the moment. Might be able to get some information. No, they shoot down the owl as well. So, okay. Get potentially the tag as well. Not to be the case, but at least they know that Asova's in mid.
Yeah, I mean, Paranoid on the Cypher. Fitting name, really, with the cameras all over the place.
True.
Yep. Cameras and tripwires. He wants to make sure no one's getting in anywhere. He's got to be extra safe. And we see the 4v4. We see the slow push, and Serenity hasn't actually pushed somewhere, but it looks like they're going A here.
Yep. Root captured the tree. They're going to at least find one member, and it looks like they are able to get the trades out. Root able to grab a couple of guns for the trouble. Would have been nice to maybe grab one of the Vandals potentially, or something along the lines of that. But Inspector will not be a problem. There we go. They are going to try to plant, but actually they want to address farmers right now. Serenity wants to take on these duels, and they'll get paid for it. So now 14 seconds remaining, and Brock is on the pressure now. Farmers could finally clutch this out, much like a tractor, slow and steady, but it will win the race overall and get them the first round.
Yeah, the spike wasn't planted. They were able to stop that, and they actually were able to take the rest of their round. Just great stop from Farmers. They were really able to bring that round back, and yeah, the buys aren't looking good for 2 of their members, but they were able to stop the bleeding. And you know, now that, yes, Serenity's going to come out with some guns, and Farmers got to do it again to really get a good foothold back in this game, but that's what I want to see from this side and from this very intense group stage match.
This is a nice spot.
All right, and as we get into this, we see a sort of slow push through mid, and something I love about Ascent and from attacking teams is if you do take control of mid, how much map control you're going to have, and looks like Serenity is looking to do that this game, and that's something that I feel like great teams definitely take use of.
Oh! Well, they try that, and then Trick says, I'm going to slow that down. I'm going to take away your information. That's pretty huge right there. It does get traded out, though. So that's at least something for the trouble. But again, these trades are working out very well. Brock, what was going on, Trick? What's up? What was good? Why did we have the knife out? Why were we at our defender spawn? What was going on there? Now, A side is free. Potentially, Paranoid will at least be able to find one. And they're going to find out that A is definitely the place to be for the attackers and shoot down that door. It's a 2v2, but I can't help but feel this is going to be a little bit tricky as just Nova gets at least one. Paranoid will get the other, though. It's now a wild goose chase. And who is the duck and who is the goose? It's a big question. It's probably Bang. In a good position right now, and there it is. Serenity will get the 3rd round on the board, leaving A exposed. Trick, I don't know what was going on there.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure. He was able to get that kill off of mid, and you know, I feel so bad for Caster cursing Serenity. You know, they were able to actually get the round in the end, but yeah, they had that mid pressure and actually did fall and lost some of that information. So either way, nonetheless, Serenity is up 3-1. They have two rounds over Farmers, and are they going to be able to push this lead here with their economy? They're probably going to win this round as it's only safe for Farmers, but are they going to be able to expand this snowball?
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Root is going to see if they can uproot the Farmers with these knives, and I don't know if they are going to be able to. The door's going to come down. Knives are going to miss, but they at least have their teammates to follow up on it. And it's still player advantage. Farmers really was unsure of how they wanted to push this. They didn't have much information. It was a nice rush coming on into A, and now all there's left is Trick. And that is a Stinger in hand. I don't think they're going to be able to get much, and they won't even get to walk away with the Stinger. It was a save after all, so Serenity at least making good do and making sure they only lose 1 player in the process.
Yep, and so we should highlight this round for Farmers is that Trick's ultimate has come up, so the revive is available. Are they going to be able to take great use of that and save a member and keep them from that early disadvantage that I feel like they've caught themselves in a couple times just this game already? You know, when you lose a member like that, it can be really hard to stay on defense because of the aggressive pushes from Serenity. We'll have to see if they're able to do that. Oh man, it looks like another full B push.
Well, will get annihilated, and again does not get the value that they so desire.
Yeah.
And the B site will just be open for business as they will get the plant and only lose Root in the process. Sim also pushing up onto the CT, seeing if they could get that information. Suya, again, with the off buys that start in the beginning of the round, they do make these Jets a lot of the time very hesitant if they want to commit to this round because it's expensive. And if you lose it, you just threw away 5,000 credits and potentially gave 5,000 credit profit to your opponent.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it does give away the information that they do have the operator, and that it is coming from CT.
Oh no, they missed. Okay. They are able to dash and smoke out of the way. Yeah, like they're like, dude, let's save. Come on, but I don't want to lose this off. And like, gang members, like but we gotta like not give them the 5th round. But like, Suya's like, no, I need this off to stay with me forever. And they are pushing the market. Will they be able to find him? Oh no! Oh no, bro! They took away the off. Oh my gosh.
And you almost saw the knife get the kill too, which would have been absolutely amazing if that's how he was able to save his operator. But at the end of the day, he loses the operator, and that is so bad. That is so much credit that they just sort of threw down the drain.
Silver lining is that they didn't get to pick it up in time.
Yeah. I mean, that's good. Yeah. I definitely see that, but you know, I don't know how many people on attack really want to be using it, especially here on Ascent. But we'll see. See as another aggressive push by Serenity.
See what happens. Surya's able to find at least the knives. Root's able to trade out. Again, aggression seems to be working. They just don't. With the Sage, unfortunately, it could have been maybe a duelist in addition to what they have already. So like a second duelist or something, and that would have been worked out very nicely for them. But speaking of duelists, they will be able to res them back, and now we're back in a player advantage for farmers. Though that being said, Suya will have very little to no health, but they managed to trade out. And already farmers, I'm gonna go for the defuse. It's now just 2v3. They're able to work very well. They got a lot of information. It is the Sova after all. And they're Sim, just based off the shot calls, will be able to lock it down.
Serenity's so good. The player disadvantage, like we said, the ultimate came out to revive Suya, but didn't matter. And they actually pulled that round, which was looking so good for farmers. And no, that's another save round for farmers. It's down 1-6, and these rounds have been going quick because Serenity is moving fast. They are playing aggressive. You know, I think they know really well how to play together and how to execute on their strategy, execute on their shot calls, and it's showing right now.
Comms are important when you're playing a team game. Fun fact. So, let's see, Sheriffs, can you get some value out of it? I think that is the most value that Wall has had in a long time, where it just boosted the stage maybe to get something. I mean, Justin Nova got tagged up pretty badly, but the one tap! Are you kidding me? Okay, well, I mean, it was little to no armor and health, but it's still so cool, as we do see them pushing on through. And the Sheriffs, you know, you gotta be careful about them. You gotta give it a little bit of respect. So the fact that they managed to just peek out with that much health, with that much confidence, says that's a good duelist right there.
No, absolutely. What?
Oh!
Okay, so just like you talked about, well, actually 2 members of Farmers have fallen, and that's actually 3. And Serenity was about to, what I thought was about to be actually pretty bad for them, because, you know, if those Sheriffs, 3v4 with Sheriffs, they might be able to pull at least 1 or 2 more members away from Serenity, but they actually kept all of them still, so. Not the greatest. 7-1 for Serenity, and this aggressive, hard pushes have been working out a ton for them. And it's just I don't know what you do as farmers. We see another operator coming out from Suya, but if this doesn't work, we're gonna see a really, really rough rest of this game. At least half for sure.
Get out of my way.
I don't know if you're gonna be able to match the aggression with the up, especially with the fact that, again, it's tough when you're the only duelist, and you know, Sage is kind of left there to their own devices while you have Sova hanging out on the backside, and there's the op gone again. Market, it was understandably in mid, but it just wasn't going to work out. There's great coordination coming in, but Farmers holding it down, still finding a good fight, and they're able to get it. Medusa still holding on to the backside of B and stopping this rush altogether. They actually have the spike as well. Finally, a potential second round for Farmers.
Yeah, are they going to be able to pull this round back? They are up 3-2, like you said. The operator has fallen from their side. Their defense is still just as strong, and only one. Oh, gang member actually picking up Brock. That's huge for them, and it's not a 3v1. It looks like they actually will take their second round of the game. Yeah, Sim coming out. They keep the operator for their side, and that's one way to stop the bleeding. Like you said, that operator is sort of hard to play aggressive with, and Sim took great advantage of that. Even though they did lose the round, he pushed right through mid and took out Suya before he was able to do anything.
Oh yeah, I mean, just it's just that at that point, then and there,
goes
it
here.
seemed like that Farmers was quite ready to just get up in their grill as well. They're, I think, starting to read the vibe that they
Yeah.
need to match the aggression if they have any chance of bringing this back.
Oh yeah, for sure. And you know, we're into this next round. Farmers can do something a little bit more like that. They have a good chance. But Serenity, another aggressive push. They are known for this since this game started.
Well, I won't complain. It's a little kinder to my caster voice. This gang member does shoot this down right away. I mean, this is really nice. Farmers is like, all right, well, we were going to push, but I mean, you already came to us. And much like FarmersOnly.com, they are ready to mingle.
Gang member looking for the 4K. It did not work out for him. But this is a 1v4, and I don't know if Brock can do it. He is on the Sova, so there's not too much for it. Oh, I thought he actually dodged the drone. I thought he like sort of snuck under
I
it.
thought he knifed it.
And they know exactly where he is. He's maybe able to pull one gun away. Does not happen, and that's 2 rounds strung together for Farmers. Are they going to be able to pull this game back? I just don't know. But that's how you would start, is pulling 2 rounds in a row.
You're right. And I mean, 5-7. Hey, can't complain too much about that.
There's definitely a chance they can bring this 5-7 half, and once the half switch, that's a totally different ball game. The teams are on different sides, on completely different strategies how to play the rest of the game. So we'll have to see what's going on here. As Sua with the operator again seemed to work out for them last time.
It's finally starting to work out for them, thankfully.
Yeah.
Was a little bit worried in the beginning, but I mean, I still have confidence in them. Farmer's doing a good job. Oh my gosh, Justinova going down is pretty massive. That's one of the duelists down. They are still working on Rusty Monet. Yeah, it almost feels like they want to get this half out of the way here on the side of Serenity. They might need to start slowing things down if they're going to get overwhelmed like this. Paranoid going down, though, that does mean they get control of Tree. They lock down the site, and it's going to be a little bit hard to retake as Root just says no, as they just move on up into Tree and lock it down along with Gang Member. They are looking poised to just lock it down.
Oh, Trick.
Nice
the slow.
Okay,
Oh, the
I
wall.
didn't like it. Oh, but Root is ready. It's that was a good try. I really like that.
Oh my gosh, that's how you sort of take out one member when you're in those like isolated. You want to isolate one member so you can take on another 1v1. You just put them in a box and slow them down. Didn't actually seem to work out, but you know I really like the effort there from Trick.
Talk about your crowd control.
Here.
And it is now 8-3. Serenity bringing the game back for them. Or I mean, they have been in control, but stopping what looked like to be a retake from Farmers. Retake the lead.
Get out of my way.
They will go ahead and just slow them down. And now we're seeing the wall being even more aggressive. Knives come out.
Uh-oh.
They actually might be able to challenge this because they're up above on it. And they will be able to. Massive stuff right there. Serenity, though, matching the impression once more, but this time going in together as buddies. They were sort of just going in one by one at that time, just letting the duelists do their own thing, but they know that they need to follow up now, even more so. Now Farmers, they're in a 2v3 situation. Paranoid's able to get them. They spotted also the Sova back in the B main, but they will get shot down. There we go. Serenity just bringing it back again. Good job on their ability to adapt once more.
Yep, and that's the switch of the half. So 9-3 for Serenity. Really, really great stuff from them on attack. They played aggressive, they played their strategy, and they won a lot of rounds. And that's what you want on attack. You want to be aggressive if it's going to work out for you. You want to at least have that game plan. And I liked what I saw. Farmers are no slouches, but they kept dropping rounds just 'cause I think they just didn't have the same amount of coordination as Serenity. And so now that we see the switch, what is Farmers' plan here? What are they going to do? They are on attack. It sort of gives them the ability to dictate the rest of this game. Or at least on attack, you should have the reason to dictate. But, you know, Serenity could also play some aggressive defense. We just have to see what comes out from both. It looks like mid-control is coming out from Farmers. Oh, Trick already fell, though. Okay.
I mean, that's what you get for getting for the fire, but through the smoke as well is as impressive. Now,
4 to 4.
Farmers. See what they can get.
Oh, Root. Oh, no.
I don't know if they're going to be able to get anything there. That is just a nice stack group of people just putting in there. They're able to trade it for Brock! Able to get 2, trade it out, get it securely fastened, and they are going to be able to plant it. Farmers looking poised to maybe lock this down. If they can close the door, this will make things very awkward for them to take it back on the side of Serenity.
Yeah, Farmer's able to plant the spike. They are absolutely great at planting, as their name tells us. And 2 on 2.
Yay!
You know, I've been waiting a while for that one.
I'm
As
proud of you.
Justin Nova comes over. Bang picking up on Bang. Oh, well, Bang actually shuts that entire round down, picking up 2 for himself with just as standard. Great stuff from him, and you know now they're into double digits, 10 to 3. This is looking really dire for Farmers. Something's got to happen. Something's got to change for them to win this here, or to come back at least.
It just does not seem to be in season for the Farmers right now.
The it's a bad harvest.
Yeah, it is. It's unfortunately not the right soil for them, as it's technically they are in the sky. So there is no ground beneath them except for the floating city of Italy, I believe.
Right.
I've seen Gelato. Gelato's a call out, so I mean, potentially, who knows? Anyways, moving back on here, Force Spike going to be coming out from Serenity. They want to try to bring this and close it out as soon as they can. Nice little slow orb coming in there just to keep things controlled. And Wall's definitely getting a lot more value on attack, but Justin Nova, oh my gosh, they get tagged up. They at least get traded for 1, and they're working out quite well. The crossfire is looking pretty good. Paranoid gets 2 for their trouble, but I don't think it's much, as Root does have the information, just jumps up there from B main, knows what they're doing. Sim will have to engage so they don't get the heal. And now it's a 1v1, but good news for them on the side of Serenity is that Paranoid is pretty tagged up. Flash will come out.
Yeah, and he still has to get the spike down. I mean, there's a lot of time. Okay, he actually does just fall to Sim. I was going to say that, I mean, there's so much time that to get that spike down, but he still had to, and it was very close 1v1. And yeah, that is 11-3 for Serenity. They just keep pulling rounds. What looked like a small defense 2 rounds in a row for Farmers is really amounts to nothing since, and it's 11-3. So we're just gonna keep saying this till Farmers really switch it up. They got to do something different, and they've got to do something that's gonna bring them back in this game.
Well, I feel like Farmers have been doing that from a standpoint. I just think maybe it's just not seismic enough, or also there's been a lot of adaptability from Serenity. We know that this org has been very efficient in helping their players thrive and grow, and we can see that just coming in from the aggression. They didn't even need to trade. Rockets, second, they've stuck around. Might have not been ideal, but at least they've been already doing the damage they've done, and this is pretty much match point going over there. And before I can even finish the round sentence, it has already been decreed that Serenity is at match point for that #1 seed.
Yep, they look to control this group, take the #1 seed. And I believe, fortunately, both these squads are gonna make it into the round of 32, just from how their group went. But yeah, Serenity looked poised to take this group as a #1 seed going into the round of playoffs. And this is the final round. They're at match point, and it only seems plausible that they're gonna be able to close it out here soon.
I mean, Farmers might be able to work with too much, but we'll see what happens. Hunter Furies comes out.
That's how you start, though.
Yeah, Suya getting that opening frag is pretty important, but they still have to go through a hurdle of just aggression, as Root and also this Raze is still online for Serenity, so that's double duelist that they have to deal with. As I say that, though, Medusa turns them to stone, much in their name, and just knocks them out cold. And here we go. Knives are out, though, and online for them, and Farmers are going to start locking down this site. It's a 3v5. They actually might just go ahead and save here, as they would probably like to not give any type of advantage, but it looks like maybe they're going to try to retake this. I mean, they have the ability to. Justin gets 1. Gang member going down is pretty huge, but they already have somebody A main. Bang goes down as well. I would say hold on to these weapons. You don't want to really run the risk, but already trying to commit to it, and it will be all for not a 4th round for Farmers. But Serenity, I think they should be able to still buy back into this, even though it will. No, actually, they have to save for the most part.
Yeah, it looks like it's an awkward buy. It's one of those garage sale buys, I like to say. You know, you get a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Some nice items, but some of them are just not the best. And
Yeah.
Serenity, yeah, 2 stingers coming out from their side. You know, honestly, they could just save and look to really close that out next round. But I think they just want to be done and move on to the playoffs. So see if they can do that, or this could be a mistake for them.
Would have been nice to save up. They could have afforded all that nice gameware that you can buy a mask right now at. So we'll see if they are going to be able to just work out with the pure aggression. A little bit worried about it, but I mean, still, we're going to hold on to Root. Is able to get gang member. That's the smoke's gone. There's flash gone for that as well, and they're going to try to close the door on them. Spike has been planted. Or no, Spike hasn't been planted yet. They just obtained the spike. They will be doing it right under heaven. Don't know if that's going to work out for them, though. They know exactly where it's going to be. Oh, Sim's ready for it, but no! Paranoid's even faster as they click head for the player advantage. Paranoid also not able to see, but Trick is going to be able to close it out, and there we go! The Sage comes in clutch! Yeah, baby, let's go!
Yeah, that was a clutch Sage, and that was a clutch by Paranoid. You know, 18 and 12 on this Cypher. Really, it's been clutch all game. Something that we cannot go unnoticed. And that's going to be a save from Serenity. So, you know, Farmers, huge mountain to climb to get back into this game. But, you know, they pulled 2 rounds. They've got a save round from the enemy team. And it's just looking good. So, if there's any way to come back, this is how you start.
Just locking down the problem with Fury. I'm not really sure about it, but I guess they're really adamant about just locking down and winning. Root hanging out in the smoke. Oh, they're actually gonna get Paranoid off guard. Gang members able to trade it out, but I don't think you want to do that as a Farmers. I don't think you want to give your teammates duct tape to work with and then not win with it.
You will not kill my allies.
Yep, but Trick able to get that revive and pick up Sim in the process. So this is looking like another good round for Farmers. Although it was a save round for Serenity.
It almost looks scary for them.
Yeah, it really did. I almost forgot it was a save round by how it started off. Oh my!
Oh no, you can't. That's illegal.
No,
that
you're not.
You can't get the third. You can't get the third frag as well. You gotta calm down. There needs to be some law and order into the atmosphere. They're actually gonna use the TP. Yeah. Okay.
Oh
they
my!
know it's being made. Gosh,
the sheriff came into town there, picking up 2 quick shots. Howdy. That is for right. Or for. Oh gosh, that is true. And we see Bang with the Vandal now. So he opted out of the sheriff and went with the Vandal. Probably a good move.
Well, no, he picked up the deputy.
Yes.
Vandal's the deputy of the sheriff. It's like a you know, Robin Hood, Little John kind of situation.
Yep.
But
gang member able to still take him out, and woof, what a weird round. It didn't end up that great for Farmers. As you know, you really expected a better showing when you have that save round from Serenity. You know, they're still pretty. Their money is pretty good, and they're gonna be able to still hold pretty strong. But Serenity now with almost a full buy. This is the round that they need to close it out, because if they don't close it out here, the game gets a lot dicier than they really wanted it to be. And yeah, we'll just have to see. We'll have to see how they do here.
Hopefully not too badly. Well, hopefully not too badly for Farmers, as they have pretty much an uphill battle to still climb. So doing a great job. Still on attack though. And they need to make sure that they're checking their corners, because the crowd control Sage is always afoot, and they will slow him down. Rock is aware and does have the information, so they know that they're pushing through market, a majority of them, and they're going to see starting to rotate here. See how it goes. Bang. Just kind of shooting a little bit in the smoke. Find something. There's going to be the showstopper right there, and you get Medusa, and Trick goes down in the process as well. Now it's a 3v4, as Farmers are going to be dealing with such a difficult battle, but they get Bang in the process. I thought that was Bang right there, but it scared me for a second. I just realized they got fragged, but Root goes in. They have the information. They're getting trade out. Brock is put them in an awkward situation for Paranoid. Now here it goes 1v2, 1v1. They have 15 health. A dream of trying to keep this alive for the #1 seed. They managed to tag him, so Root has to fall back. Are they going for the save? They are actually going for the save. If only they knew there was 15 health. Oh wait, hold on. They haven't planted
yeah,
yet.
they
I
haven't
just
planted the
realized.
spike. So this round is certainly not over. This is a 1v1, and you know, you've got to know that Paranoid is tagged up. You've got the damage
Spike.
damage charts from.
Oh no! Through the grate.
What? And that's how this game ends. Root jumping up, picking up the kill on Paranoid, who is already on a 3K that round. Looks so clutch, but Serenity wins this game, and they take the first seed in their group. What looked to be done and crop dusted, as it were, for Serenity sort of seemed to be a close game towards the end. At least a couple rounds being pulled by Farmers, but no, Serenity ended it 13-6.
That was just pure mechanic skill. I don't know if we can say. I won't say there wasn't a lack of coordination. I won't say there was a lack of coordination, but I would say there was a lot of unorthodox play styles going on there, where it was just kind of adapting to the situation. At that given point in time, it was all out of the textbook. It was really, really nice to see. And before we find out who our MVP is, any predictions? Any thoughts? It was a really good series.
Yeah, it was a really good series. Actually, I don't even know who the top member. It's got to be from Serenity, I feel like. And yes, Sim.
Yeah.
You know, obviously, 20, 13, and 4. 279 was the combat score. So, and, you know, we saw a lot of aggressiveness coming out from Sim, and I feel like that's really what pushed them ahead of their teammates. And yeah, so great stuff there, and love to see it. And yeah, just great round overall. But Serenity really looking strong as they head into the round of 32 here and taking the first seed.
Agreed. And I mean, it was really impressive the way they worked with a triple duelist setup. So, I mean, they were pretty much ready for almost anything around the corner. I think that's why it went so fast as it did. So
Yeah.
good on them for Serenity just kind of playing their own game. I mean, we don't see triple duelist a lot of the time, or if it does, ever really pull off. So props to Serenity. I mean, GG's to Farmers. At least they get to move on, and they still feel good about themselves that they put on a good show.
Yeah, GG's to Farmers. Thanks for all the puns. I mean, that is what a caster lives for, is making some good puns in a game. And so we got our fair share in. But that's gonna be it for this round of the Valorant Sunday Showdown, and we'll be back after a little bit of a break, and we'll be headed into the round of 32. And I mean, I think this is your last round here at the VCS for today. So how'd you like the VCS?
I love it here. It's really fun, and they let me get away with puns and being not in Ohio. So thanks for that, VCS. Love you guys. It was really fun.
All right, and we're gonna take a quick break here.